Coming to you live once again, 10 minutes early from the Flagami studio in Miami, Florida. Hello everybody and happy Friday. And I don't know which intro is the one that I'm supposed to push.
I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV, yeah.
And we are live. Hello everybody. Hello fellow Pelican heads. Hello Lucky Duck Productions moderator and Sue. Thank you for moderating always. And let's hope everything looks good here because we're back at the big setup here. Different screens. But yeah, welcome everybody. And of course we're gonna be static here in the Flagami studio for a few. We're gonna be in Florida for a few months. Static, not really. Christopher Olson, wow, you scared me. Had the volume way too high. Am I over? Yes, I am over modulating a little bit. Hello, let me lower this. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's a little better, I think. But welcome everybody. And here we have today with us Mr. Lewis Clark. Hello, Robert and fellow Pelican heads. And the RV DJ, our mighty bartender. Hey, Jim Foster, William Oberlander, and LAB. Jeffrey DiBartolo, Christopher Olson again. Here we go. Let me get my IPA. Hello, Robert. Happy Friday from Crystal Beach, Texas. Yeah, I was gonna get my IPA, and I get easily distracted. At least I got the date right today, so it's progress, right? And since we're back in Florida, we're gonna. I stepped on the light. Hold on. Let's refocus the light on the Free My RV logo. There you go. Too much production here. Oh no, this is not it. Hold on. What's wrong with me today? Well, there's always something wrong with me, so never mind. You know what the problem is? That, in the dark, these two look very much alike. One is an IPA, one is not. And of course, we're going back to my original favorite Florida beer, Cigar City High Alive from Tampa, Florida. So cheers, everybody. Let's have a great Friday. Oh man, that's the good stuff. I miss that flavor. Let me put this back in the fridge. Back here. And let me get to some of your comments here in the chat. And we've got Taylor Caramuch from Crystal Beach, Texas. Yeah, Alberto Perez from West Palm Beach. Hello there. And Janice from South Carolina. And Mr. Merura Talpur from Pakistan, all the way from Pakistan. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Richard Spencer from Alberta, Canada. And William Oberlander. Oh, brother. Saludos desde Oxnard, California. Oxnard, California. Been there. Kind of just passing through, but we'll be back. Ed Rallyfan. Hey, Robert, where are you planning to go next? Well, the next trip it's a short trip. It's kind of like a vacation from my vacation. We're going to the Florida Keys. We're gonna it's gonna be one of those 3 days just overlooking the Atlantic Ocean. I might do a video or two because that's what I do, but the original idea was to make no video. Tab channel, hello, look at this, the Flagami headquarters. Good to see you, Rob. Thank you, good to see you too. And I'm Brandon Stargell. Hello, happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday too. No checks, please. No checks, money orders. Yeah, Casita RV Live. Good evening. Good evening to you too. And young Dave. Hey Robert, you started without me. What's up with that? Happy Friday. I was here. I was ready. I was getting bored looking at myself on the computer screen, so I'm like, let's start the chat a few minutes early. Why not? Auto Drifter from Quincy, Illinois. Have I been there? Drunk already? Not quite, but by the time we finish, my husband watch you every day, says hi from Tammy Downs. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And before I forget, because the last live stream I did from here, I had a bunch of mail that I forgot to show you. But I went by the P.O. box today. Luckily, there was no line, but there was no mail either, except for this postcard from Dina Lemon. Dina Lemon, if you're here, thank you so much. I've got it came with a super check. Actually, the bell is back, and here we go. It's a nice note here, sending small donation to your cleanup fund at Pelicamp from Nina. Thank you so much. Upside down pie. Okay, no, they're not upside down. They look upside down when I open the card like this. But thank you, Dina, and for the super check. Cheers. Auto Drifter. Hey, Robert, what's the worst weather you've seen on the road? It may have been that derecho in Iowa a couple of years ago. Luckily, I wasn't driving. Luckily, I got the heads up from a viewer from Des Moines, Steven. And he told me, there's a big storm coming your way. Do not attempt to drive. And I'm glad I didn't, because I may have had an accident had I continued towards Des Moines that day. I mean, I've gotten some really bad downpours. I've had snow in the mount, unexpected snow, and really bad weather on the Dalton Highway a couple months ago. But Giuseppe Alvarado, that's a really good IPA. I bought the same here in Seattle. It was delicious. Back in Florida, man, you travel fast. Well, we did that loop last month to go to the Hershey RV show. We went to Hershey RV show. We went to, let me put this back in the envelope. Went to Hershey RV show. We went to M23, the meetup in Michigan. We went to the Farm Science Review from The Ohio State University, which was very educational, very nice. And then we went to the open house, just to the Winnebago booth. I didn't go into the whole show, but we did go into the Hall of Fame, which by the way, pro tip, if you're going to the museum, the RV Motorhome Museum Hall of Fame in Elkhart, Indiana, don't go in September, because they move all the RVs to a different section. There is not as well lit or anything. It's just like a warehouse where you could just go around them, but it's not the actual museum. The actual grounds of the museum, they're using them for the open house, which is the big dealers event. It's a very important event for the RV industry. And yeah, Amaranto Cabrera, happy Friday, my good friend Robert. Happy Friday to you. And Nati, love your production music for music likes. It's sound bites used. How do you come up with them? Well, the music, I have my, you can't really see it down. I have my keyboard, and I still yet to compose some new music for, I was going to do a new music for Denali, but I haven't had the time. So there might be like a director's cut version of the whole trip in which I'm going to have new music and maybe a little tighter edit. I don't know. We'll see, editing. Catherine Sargefield, happy Friday from Alberta, Canada. Love your videos. Wish you went to Edmonton so we could meet up. Well, there's a trip to that area in the works for next summer, maybe not. So we'll see. Hopefully. Marisol Rodriguez, hello, happy Friday from Homestead, Florida. And William Overlander, make another fantastic Florida Keys video. Love them so much. This is the thing. I'm not going to do all that much, so it might be boring just to watch me, laying on the sand, going to the beach, going back to the sand, going back to the RV, grilling something, having an IPA, going back to the beach, back to the sand, and repeat. Casita RV Live, Angela loves hearing the bell, Traveling Robert. I'm glad she does. That, yeah. The bell is back. Temporarily. Trailer Traveling, happy Friday, fellow Pelican heads from Ottawa, Canada. Hello there. Hello, Gord. It was great meeting you at the M23, of course. Mark Jones, hello, Robert and Lillian, all Pelican heads hosting our Wyalusing State Park in southwest Wisconsin this month. Our favorite month in this part of the country. I bet you that the leaves are turning. It's probably beautiful up there. To be honest, I kind of wish I would have lingered longer up north, but certain things had to be taken care of here in the home base. Amaranto Cabrera, Robert, my friend, you're overdue for a mini tiny lounge. LOL, we'll be doing one soon. Nati Isaski. I was gonna do one tomorrow, but it's too soon. I mean, I kind of tidied this up, this little area you guys are looking at for the live stream, but this studio is a mess. I have packages that have arrived. I have a bunch of stuff. So most likely next Saturday we're doing. How about that? Next Saturday. And Danny Harold from Atlantic Beach. Christopher Olson. Robert, do you have one favorite video of your older ones? 5 years or older. Need a video to watch tomorrow. Oh, man. Death Valley, Valley of the Gods. Favorite videos. I have many Yosemite, some from the older ones, And if you want to go even older, I don't know. Anything older than, like, then when I started doing YouTube full time, probably that road trip to Chicago. I probably cringe at the production value right now, but that road trip by RV, that has millions of views. So that's pretty cool. Linda and Gary D watching from New Jersey. Wow, could not believe how dirty Minitini got in Alaska Dalton Highway. Yeah, it was, that road, once it started raining, that road turned into mud. And I was expecting it though. Young Dave, the RV Hall of Fame. I love the decorations and the vintage stereos they had in the fabricated home section. Yeah, that section was really cool. And that section they did not touch for the open house. So, and I have some video of it, which you're going to watch in January. Most likely. Leslie Evans, did you get Starship all fixed up for your next trip out west? Well, Starship is ready. I can drive at night again. Joe Ferry, Ferry Chevrolet, he hooked me up. He fixed everything. The only thing, and I don't really need that. They still have a little bit of thread, but before going west in March, which is kind of the date that I plan to go west, we're gonna put a brand new set of Goodyear Wrangler Duratrack tires on it. Just because, I want to do a little bit of off-roading and I need my full thread for that. El Mandalorian kayaking is cool, especially with those hammerhead sharks under the bridge. I'm gonna take the banana boat, or the green one actually, the green kayak. I'm gonna take it, so we can do a little bit of kayaking there. Yeah, in the Florida Keys. TTT, hello, Traveling Robert. Our little parrot makes noise when you ring the bell. It's really funny. That's cool. That's so cool. Suzanne Smithy, pick fall colors at this time of the year in northern Wisconsin. I'm going to attend the Cranberry Festival in Eagle River this weekend. Yeah, they were starting to show their colors in Michigan when we were there a couple of weeks ago, but yeah, we had to come back. Young Dave, maybe a tour of Florida Springs since you're sticking around home. Highly recommend Wacola Springs. Feels like stepping back in time. And this is kind of the plan, not which, by the way, I'm thinking of doing because Mom has a doctor's appointment on the 10th of November, and I want to be there. So first week of November, I'm going back to Pelicampa, and we might start doing some cleaning up there. We have to coordinate, but in January, this is the plan for Florida Springs and whatnot. And January may not be the best time as in swimming in the springs. But after the Tampa RV show, I want to spend a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, in central to northern Florida, in Pelicamp as well. Enjoy Pelicamp. Spend at least a week at Pelicamp at this point. But explore a little bit of northern Florida at that time of the year. Traveling Robert, time to test that kayak once more on the Keys. Yes. Let me reset the chat here a little bit, because I'm like, Natalie Driscoll is here. Hello, you're home, Traveling Robert, or did you get home last week? I got home like 2 days ago. Wednesday. Yeah, we did a layover at Pelican. We stopped at Pelican on Tuesday. It still looks the same. I did a Pelican head update. For those of you who are members probably saw it. And a nice microbus shirt. Had one once, severely underpowered. Yeah, I never had one of those, but I saw this at the store there at Denali National Park, and I'm like, I gotta have that one. Everybody say hello to my mom. She's making a great effort typing, because she has some vision problems. We're taking care of those. We went by the doctor today, and he's hopeful. So everybody say hello to my mom. El Fuego. Thank you for that super chat. I discovered Traveling Robert while hospitalized for 8 months. Your channel got me through a rough time, and I'm now recovering at home. Well, I hope you I hope you recover fully, and I'm glad. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so glad that you like what I do and that it's been helpful to you. So. Mr. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. It took us 45 minutes to get on the Zion shuttle. Oh man, that's a bummer. But shuttles and that was my one gripe with Denali. You have to reserve the shuttle or the tour in advance. And anyway, I digress. You're gonna hear the whole thing in my video this Sunday, which I haven't finished editing yet, but I will. El Mandalorian might want to get a suit to keep warm if swimming in the fall. Oh, like one of those skin tight suits? There's a thought there. Like a wetsuit, they call them, right? Pete Diaz, thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much. Cheers. Lily Strain. Good evening, sunshine. Greetings from Mike and Lily. Hope you and Illy are doing well. We're doing great. Thank you so much. We're out of cherry vodka, though. Louis Clark. Can't believe, Robert, you've been to the most northern and southern point in the United States. Yeah, imagine that. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but I wore my Dry Tortugas shirt while doing the plunge on the Arctic. So I was wearing a t-shirt from the arguably southernmost national park, right? Unless you count Puerto Rico, but southernmost national park. And I went to the northernmost place where you can drive to. Let me backtrack. Oh, Garces on the road is here. Pavlov's dog is salivating. Hello, Mama Morales. 78 thumbs up. Yeah, it says 81 now, and you guys can't see it, but I can. I have 3 thumbs down. Domo arigato. Zion is the only park that should be timed entry. Way too many people. On the plus side, the park service is making a lot of money on parking tickets. I'm sure they are. But let me tell you, when I went to Yosemite a couple of years ago, that was like the Disney of national parks. Yeah, they gotta do something with the yeah, they've become way too popular, So actually, I'm thinking, my little brain, because as I was coming down from up north, where was it, in North Carolina? It was no, it was in was it North or South Carolina? It was a national park that I had never heard of. It's so I might do like the less known national parks as in the next series. Florida Springs are pretty much the same temperature year round, as far as I know, around 70 degrees. Yeah, that's why the manatee in winter they come in, because that 70 degrees is still warmer than the ocean temperature. So Robert, don't skip Devil's Den, Garces on the Road. Yeah, I saw that video many years ago. I don't know if it was Let's Junk More Journey, another fellow YouTuber, back in the day when I wasn't visiting as many places. So definitely, depending on the water temperature, a rash vest might be enough. We'll see. I mean, if it is 70 degrees, I could do a quick in and out, right? I almost did the Arctic at like 31 degrees, so 70 degrees should be balmy now. And Sculpt Fitness with Selena. In 2 weeks, I have to get the camper put away for the season. My full-time dreams are in the works, though. Well, let's have a moment of silence for those RVers who are forced to winterize this time of the year. Something I hope I never have to do. But you never know. Never say never. Mark Z. Hammer, thank you for that. Oh, super chat. I wanted to make the bell ring. C&O Canal, the thinnest ribbon of national park you'll ever find. I don't know, is it thinner than the Blue Ridge Parkway? Because technically the Blue Ridge Parkway is a national park too. But we still do have to coordinate at some point, Jim, and do the C&O Canal and the rim to rim and everything else we've ever talked about. Before I get too old, I can't do it. Rambling Ruben, Fort Jefferson in the Dry Tortugas is worth the boat ride out, definitely, absolutely. Next time I want to take the float plane, though, just to do it different. John P. Seems like I was recognized a lot more a few months ago. El Fuego, North Cascades National Park isn't popular, but very well worthy of parkhood. Yeah, I haven't done that one yet. That's one of the few. And this is the thing. Either next summer or the summer after, so some summer in the near future, I want to do the Canadian Rockies again, with more time. And if I have the appropriate rig, do the whole, Dempster Highway all the way to Tuktoyaktuk and camp in front of the Arctic Ocean, which is not the northernmost point in the Arctic Ocean, but it's still the Arctic Ocean. I'll take it. So, so we'll see. The national parks needs to plan a separate parking for hikers and shuttles. They take up all the parking. In my opinion, it's not the lack of room. Most national parks are huge. It's just, make people park, build like a huge parking garage on the ground if you have to, and have everybody park there, and then, have shuttles going to different places. That would work. El Mandalorian, I jumped into Devil's Den one day and it was cold. It took me a minute without a wetsuit to get used to the temperature. I'm going to try to do a couple of those now this upcoming, maybe not in the dead of winter. Maybe I'll do them like in the shoulder season. I don't know. But I'm definitely going to use that Camp Nab app to find some state parks this winter. TTT, thank you for that super chat. Buddy, our son, Conure Little Parrot, would like to buy you a beer and some wine for really. Cheers. Chirp, chirp. Thank you. And Alex Temblin, thank you for that super chat. Thank you. And the Sandra Winners from Carson City, Nevada. Super chat. Greetings, traveling Robert. Happy Friday. We are in Ely, Nevada. Love Sandra Winters and Jeffrey Reese from Carson City, Nevada. You are on the loneliest road in America. How cool is that? I want to go back. I really want to go. Lewis Clark, when you go to the Bahamas, go to Nassau if you ever have the time. We were in Nassau like in 1992. So yeah, we should return at some point. Ramin Pasión, cool bell. It reminds me of sorbetero, an ice cream vendor in the Philippine streets. Oh, cool. Not in Nassau. I'll stick with camping in Cornwall. I'll leave the really cold places to you. Well, last time I believe it's in Cornwall, like relatively cold. I've never been there. It's on the list. It's on that long list of places. And starting next year, I want to do an overseas trip every year. I really want to take advantage and start seeing other countries, other places. I mean, not that I run out of places to visit in the United States. That's never going to happen. And certain places are worth repeating. El Mandalorian, I really loved your visit to Devil's Tower. It was so impressive. Devil's Tower is one of those places. Yeah, it's a must visit in the United States. Adventure Dude, thank you for that super chat. This bell sometimes doesn't want to ring the proper way. You're awesome, sir. We are following your lead with our Class A. Big fan. Keep up the great work. Thank you. When will you visit Nova Scotia and Newfoundland, if at all possible, early next fall? But one benefit of getting old, I got to visit the national parks before they became overcrowded. And yeah, the first time we visited Grand Canyon, it didn't feel nearly as overcrowded as it felt the second. And it gets more overcrowded every time we visit, which and we've done it in the dead of winter, we've done it in the different seasons, and it's always crowded. Did I miss any? Marcy Hammer, Traveling Robert, and Lily watched Close Encounters while camping at Devil's Tower. We started watching it out in the communal place where they had the screen there, but the mosquitoes started coming down, and I'm like, oh, we have a TV and we have a Roku box inside the RV, so we just went inside the RV and watched the rest. We just I don't know if it was free with Amazon Prime or if we just rented it. It was like, what, $2.99 or something like that. We just rented the movie and finished watching it. I'm waiting for the super chat gong, 50 or higher. I don't know, I have to get one of those like John Bonham had with the Led Zeppelin. I go like, bong, Harrison family, thank you for that super chat. Here's some gas money for the next adventure. We love exploring the Americas with you from our living room. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. We're gonna be relatively static for the next few months, but we definitely that Alaska trip was definitely pricey when it comes to fuel. When are you coming to Rapid City? Whoa, this moved on me. I have no immediate plans to go to Rapid City right now. Last summer, we spent quite a bit of time in Rapid City, and we saw most of the things that you have to see there. Yeah, we didn't really stop in Sturgis. We didn't really see Wind Cave or some of the other stuff. So it's not in the immediate plans. I'm sure at some point we're going to take I-90 to go somewhere, and we're going to pass by Rapid City. And in that case, we're going to spend a couple of days, maybe revisit the wall at what's it called? Badlands National Park. Chef at large, thank you for that super chat. Una cervecita. Thank you, brother. Cheers. Good for Dylan. Is Dylan here? I don't know. I haven't seen Dylan in a while. But Mercy de la O. Hi, Robert. Happy weekend to you and Ely and everyone. Which states have you not been to yet in the United States? Well, that will be Hawaii. Everywhere else I have at least done something or slept. I mean, Delaware, Connecticut, I don't know if I should count them, but the one state that I have never set foot on is Hawaii. RV Cruising, Desiree and Jonathan, hi from the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta, watching you live. Hey, thank you. And one of these days, I'm going to make it to the Balloon Fiesta. A couple of years, last year, someone said they were going to get me an influencer ticket, and that never came through. This year, I totally forgot about it. And yeah, one of these days, maybe next year. Brandon Stargell, do you have any plans to do a Coastal Texas series in the near future? I don't know if near future. You know, I haven't really done any intricate plans for next year, except I want to go somewhere out west to see the eclipse. Maybe on the way to the eclipse, we'll do Coastal Texas, or on the way back from the eclipse. And there's a good chance that we're going to do a little bit of Moab, because I want to do some off-roading with Starship. But Lucky Dog, okay, Dylan called Bob the other day and talked for a while. He's doing good and has been working. Oh, that's great. Great for him. Casita RV Live, you need to go to Hawaii traveling. Yeah, you need to tell me all about it. I saw your first video. It doesn't look like you had very good weather on that first day. Yeah, I do have to go at some point. Maybe in 2025. El Mandalorian. 2 weeks ago, I had the great pleasure to land in Rapid City, and the people there are absolutely fantastic. South Dakota is a great place to visit. I love the bison tips and mashed potatoes. Yeah, those bison tips, those like the chislicks. No, not chislick. Well, what are it's like, you know, like little cubes of beef, deep fried. I think they're called chislicks. They're a delicacy. They're amazing. Fiesta time, fiesta forever. Yeah, pretty soon we're gonna do a mini tiny lounge, and we're gonna. Did you make it to the Air Force Museum in Dayton? What did you think? It was overwhelming. Yes, we did. And of course, you want to watch that video in January at the rate that I'm going. It was overwhelming. We allocated like 3 hours to it. I mean, you could spend the whole day. Probably the highlight was like the Air Force ones, you know, the presidential planes. But yeah, that was really cool. And then we made it like a theme. Then we went to, I forget the name of the town. It doesn't roll off the tongue. It's where Neil Armstrong was born. So we went to the Neil Armstrong Museum. And then we were going to do another museum, and eventually we didn't do it. But, no, yeah. When are you going to, Lewis Clark, when are you going to Hawaii? And if you go to the Pearl Harbor National Monument. Oh, definitely, absolutely. That's a must. That's a must see. Rob on the road. I heard you be in southern New Jersey early August next year. It's possible. I don't know. I haven't had the time to sit down with the calendar and plan out next year. I know I want to go to Spain. I know I want to see the eclipse, and there will be one more trip. Probably that we would probably do August in Jersey, and then work our way north. I want to go back to New York as well. You know, park there at Liberty Harbor. Or there's another one that someone told me. It's like Skyline RV Park or something like that. I believe it is in probably in Long Island or Brooklyn. I forget where it is. And maybe after that we'll do like Maine properly. and the parts and then of course New Brunswick and all that. We'll see. Golden anniversary. Just got back from the Atlas rocket launch at Cape Canaveral. Absolutely incredible. It never gets old. Yeah, and at some point I want to go back and maybe I'll talk to our friends Omar and Jenny who live there nearby and they invited us to a couple of rocket launches. But that's SpaceX, the Falcon 9. That's like a super efficient rocket. It still doesn't get old, let me tell you. But it's not like I remember the first time I saw the space shuttle. The Earth shakes and the big plume of smoke, and the Falcon 9 is like, psh, it's like. It's unbelievable how all the state parks in Arkansas, Missouri, Kentucky are sold out for the big eclipse. Yeah, I know, and that I haven't made any reservations, but I'm confident we'll find a place to, even if we have to boondock somewhere last minute. We can only hope. But you know who's celebrating 23 months as a chief pelican head? William Brody. Robert, do you plan on visiting our territories like Guam or CMI? Yes, definitely. After Hawaii, I definitely want to visit some of the territories. I'll go back to Puerto Rico as well. 363 watchings match the 364 says here, yeah. Which is kind of low, but then again, it's more intimate this way. And Bob Leach, Mrs. Leach, asks you and Illy do a series of cooking episodes featuring Cuban dishes. I wouldn't mind either. I didn't cook all that much in Alaska, so sorry. It's you're not gonna see as much cooking in Alaska as in previous series. We ate out a lot, which it ended up being what can I tell you? And what's going on here? 390 Wagon Master, thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much. Got the itch to hitch. Cheers from Brady. Oh, yesterday was my 24th birthday. Love your videos. Hey, happy birthday. 24. Happy birthday, dear Brady. No. Happy birthday, dear Brady. Happy birthday to you. I forgot how to play the guitar. It's been months. Anywho, Jan on Wheels is celebrating 8 months as a chief pelican head. Cheers, hello everybody, and happy Friday! Yay! I got you, moonlight. I invite you to do the Dominican. I invite you and your wife, the land of Sammy Sosa. Absolutely. I always wanted to go to Punta Cana, Bávaro Beach, Montecristi, Santo Domingo. And yeah. The Dominican accent is almost identical to the Eastern Cuban accent. Adventures with Ken and Linda. We did some videos in Duluth, Minnesota State Park. Well, I want to go to Duluth, Minnesota, and the north shore of Lake Superior. That's one of those places. And as I mentioned, a lifetime will not be enough to see all the little, places all around the country that we haven't been able to see yet. We found a spot for the eclipse in April, Rocky Point, Corps of Engineering, Queen City, Texas. Yeah, I'm thinking West Texas, and I'm going to start researching. Maybe there's something left somewhere. Maybe something by Uvalde or Del Rio, I don't know. There's an annual, from Young Dave, there's an annular eclipse next Friday that passes right through Roswell and Albuquerque. Yeah, and I know a couple of YouTubers are going out there for the annular. I had it on my calendar. I wanted to go. But there's only so much you can do, and that's so far west. After such a long trip, I wanted to do it. I wanted to hightail it to the west to watch this eclipse, but I'll just and I've never experienced an annular. I did experience the total of 2017. Annular should be interesting. I mean, it doesn't get completely dark. The moon doesn't entirely cover the sun. The moon is farther from the earth at that point, so you still see like a ring of fire around it. It would be very interesting to see, but hopefully there'll be another annular within my lifetime that I can watch and see. I mean, the total and annular solar eclipses are very, very rare. Happy Friday from Trailhead and Gypsy. We are on our way to our New Mexico to see the annular eclipse on the 14th. Well, hope you tell me all about it. Get some great pictures and videos, and don't forget your eclipse glasses there. Sculpt with Selena, North Shore and Lake Itasca. Itasca is the start of the Great Mississippi River. Yeah, I've been to Itasca. That was on the 2020 trip, I believe. Yeah. But we might be, you know what, take a gallon of bug spray to Minnesota. Went to Lake Itasca once. Thousands of them. Itasca. Maybe I'll take an Itasca RV. Yeah, Winnebago doesn't make Itascas anymore. Parts of North Texas will have views of the eclipse. Yeah, the path of the eclipse is like cutting diagonally through Texas. So I was thinking West Texas because it's the desert, less chance for clouds or rain, but you never know. Bob Leach, where did you stay and watch the eclipse of 2017? I stayed near Cadiz, Kentucky. It was a KOA, something Point Marina. Oh man, I can't remember. And we found that like last minute too. Robert, can you wish me a late 18th birthday to me, please? I forgot to tell you in July. In July. Now you tell me, Louis, 18th birthday. Yeah, let's grab the guitar. Maybe it'll come out better this time. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Louis. Happy birthday to you. Whew. That beer is Star Trek fangirl. Hi Robert, how's Imzadi? Live long and prosper. Lives long and prosper. Imzadi is great. She's in the other room there watching the live stream as well. We met in Riza many years ago. Chef and Lars, I have an Itasca. There you go. The first RV show that we went to, the first Tampa RV show, way before we had an RV, the one that I wanted, the one that I was sure that I wanted to buy was the Itasca Sunstar 27N, which was like the shortest Class A they made on a gas engine. It was like literally like 27 feet long. But then I saw it at a campground and I'm like, that thing is big. So we decided to go smaller. Besides, we at the time I bought what I could afford. Is it Moab where they have the big balloon thing in October? No, that would be Albuquerque, New Mexico, and it's happening like right now. Rambling Ruben, Itasca is where I jumped across the Mississippi River. I kind of did that too. My elementary students didn't believe me. Then I showed them the picture. Only about 4 feet wide there. It's like a creek. Hey, Darlene Barcelo, I'm at work. Oh, at work. Hi, Darlene. We will be very quiet while you're at work, says Sue. Hey, Clayton Fight, I turned 65 last January 4th. Well, happy birthday to ya. Last January 4th. Yesterday was also Maxine Oliver. Yesterday was also my birthday, a very relaxing and chill birthday. Thanks for the birthday song last week, Robert. You're welcome. Tap channel, what's the top of your bucket list for the overseas trips? Well, of course, I want to do like the main cities or the main road trips that you could do in Europe. Probably Spain and Italy first. Since I already did the Scandinavian countries, the British Isles as well, you know, the England all the way north to Scotland, that would be great. But as bucket list, I want to do Australia for sure. And at some point, I'd like to do South America. Like do like the Pan American Highway, or not necessarily. So Patrick Scatolin, totality from the front yard. So zero travel for that 2024 total. Really? So lucky, man. So lucky. I thought the Albuquerque Balloon Fest was in September. Oh, maybe it was, actually. Have you ever been to Hocking Hill State Park in Ohio? Yes, I have. And unfortunately, when I was there, all the waterfalls were dry. Star Trek fangirl. Right, Sahad. Did you have a organ? I'm going to play the fifth on that one. El Mandalorian, Spain is the best for me. Germany second. Do you think I could drive? Do they still not have a speed limit on the autobahn? It would be great to see, you know, how fast one of those, German RVs can go. Lee Green, happy Friday, everybody. Not sure why, but I can't see the chat either on my TV or my phone. I'm not sure if anybody will see this, but I just wanted to say hi. Well, I definitely saw it, so hello there. Paulo Delgado. Robert, is there this TV show called in National Geographic name? Hold on, let me reread this. I'm starting to get ahead of myself. Robert, there is this TV show in National Geographic named Lawless England in Alaska. Do you know where it is located? No, not really. Lawless Island in Alaska. I don't know, would that be Kodiak? I don't know. Balloon Fiesta starts tomorrow. There you go. So it's in October. Maybe it is in September sometimes. I don't know. Sandra Winners, greeting traveling Robert. Tomorrow we are going to the Great Basin National Park. Love Sandra Winners and Jeffrey Reese. And you know, Great Basin is one of those that I'm going to put on my, you know, not lesser known but less visited national parks in the United States. Because I hear it's one of those that, I mean, it's kind of remote in the middle of nowhere, Nevada. So Barry 81 Jones, thank you for that super chat. Thank you, sir. Cheers. Lenore Gessner, late to the party, but happy Friday. We will travel with you wherever you go. Thank you, and so many places. You know, it's. I mean, lifetime is not gonna be enough to see all the places that I want to see. Camaro man, Robert House Pelicamp. Have you tried planting any new trees? You know, I planted a couple of trees. They've all died. Pelicamp is one of those places that all kinds of stuff will grow, like, you know, wild, you know. I think I even had a corn plant at some point. But you plant something and it dies. Just a notification, never mind. I'm easily distracted. But we're going to make it look pretty soon. Jeffrey DiBartolo, same places have a speed limit. Some places have a speed limit on the Autobahn. I would imagine, right? And I'm sure at some point they're going to put speed limits everywhere. It's just the the nature of the thing, you know. Super chat bell. Do you like that, darling? Traveling. Have you been to the Jack's RV Fall Show? No, I have not. Leslie Evans, Great Basin National Park has one of the best cave tours in the U.S. Beautiful, yes. And I was gonna visit. I forget exactly which trip it was. I believe I was coming or going. I was going to Salt Lake City, because Illy was flying to Salt Lake City, and we were going to explore Utah and the whole area, and then she was going to fly back from somewhere, from Kansas City. What trip was that? 21, maybe? Or was that mythical 2020 summer? No, that was in 2019. 2019 was Salt Lake City. And I'm like, should I not? And then there's this is the reason why I didn't visit a Great Basin at that time, because I had the time. You know, it's not like I was in a rush. I had reserved almost like a whole week at the Salt Lake City KOA so I could get some work done. I met a viewer from there. I met the Russos. I met Bill from Utah. And then Illy flew, and we did, all that. And where was I going with this? Oh, Great Basin. It was smoky. That there were some fires, some wildfires, and you couldn't see anything. So I didn't go to Great Basin. Grambler Ruben. Robert, do you have any comments about interstate roads in the U.S.? We've noticed that some can be pretty good, but others will beat your RV to death. And this is the thing. The interstates, even though it's a federal system, if you will, they're maintained by the states. So it can vary from state to state greatly. And some of them, yeah. Young Dave, when you make it to Australia, make sure to include the Great Ocean Road in your plans. It rivals the Pacific Coast Highway as far as scenery goes. Also try to make it to one of the giant treetop walks. It's the Great Ocean Road, that's the one that goes on the East Coast, right? From Sydney, like going north. Have you been to Racetown Lake and Truck Creek in Pennsylvania? Check it out. No, I haven't been there yet. I'll Google it. And Dan and Ginger Vreeland, we are in Great Basin right now. Worth a stop. If you like Mexican, go to Sandra's Food Truck in Baker, Nevada. We'll do that. Last October 4th, we just had our Barrio Fiesta, an Oktoberfest with a lot of food and beer. Hey, not in the official bucket list, the Philippines is there too. I want to visit El Nido and many other places, of course. But and this is what I'm thinking of doing. Maybe not Australia, because I want to do like a whole month in Australia. But if I ever get again to Southeast Asia, I want to spend another month and do Philippines. Like the 2 or 3 of maybe Japan. I haven't looked at the map. I don't know exactly the logistics of that, but I do want to do like Japan, Philippines, maybe Vietnam. I've seen great things about Vietnam, and maybe Thailand, and Singapore. Angela Black, happy Friday, Robert and Illy. Absolutely loved your last video of the Dalton Highway. Did Illy dip her toes in the Atlantic? What a beautiful adventure. No, it was just crazy me doing that. Darlene Barcelo, getting paid overtime while watching our live chat. Hey, that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it, Darlene. And Mr. Robato is retired. Congratulations, brother. Congratulations. And I'm gonna sneeze any moment now. Something in the air. Just look, Lawless Island. It is filmed at the northeast corner of Prince Edward Island in Alaska. I'm gonna have to watch that. I need to look up some sort of irrigation timer where you plant a pelican. It'll help trees get better acclimated. Yeah, I know, because that's the thing. I planted the trees, I irrigated them for a couple of days, and then I left. So, yeah. What do you think the average speed was on that Alaskan series of potholes? Well, on the Dalton, I mean, I hit 50 a couple of times, but it was like between 30 and 40 most of the time. Heads east, trails west. Evening, everyone. Robert, we travel in a Class B van. Have you ever thought about being a van fan? I love vans. If I can find a van that has like decent size holding tanks, because that's my thing. We want to be able to use the bathroom like normal and boondock for a couple of days, and have a permanent desk, because you know our computer setup kind of requires dual monitors. So yeah. Let me reset this a little bit here. Bob Leach wants to know, from your experience on the road, what is the absolute worst interstate? Well, I-20 through Shreveport, Louisiana comes to mind. I-10 in western Louisiana. Yeah. But Michigan roads are not great either. I mean, are you keeping your SiriusXM subscription active, or you're streaming music while on the road? I'm streaming now. I had it active for a while, and I decided, you know, I wasn't listening to it as much anymore. So no, I canceled it. Besides, they made it such a pain in the butt to cancel. You know, you had to call, and they had the guy, no, we'll give you 6 months at $5 a month. They don't want you to cancel. And, you know, if a company is like that, I'm like, I don't want to give them my business. It's like, you know, cancel should be a red button on the website. And if I want to come back, I'll come back. But remember AOL? Yeah. Young Dave, if you're ever in the general vicinity of Great Basin, I highly recommend visiting La Moille Canyon, just 20 minutes outside of Elko. It has some absolutely beautiful alpine scenery. I'm going to have to write that down. Yeah. Miles and Johnson, hello from Illinois. Next year, we are officially going full-time. Congratulations. Congratulations. Hands-on adventures. I have a YouTube question. What do you think about niche? Should I just pick one thing to work on? Pick the thing that you like. I would say, you know, not just go follow the popular niche. Otherwise, you know, I'll probably do van life. Now there are too many van lifers, so. Yeah, I mean, there's an infinite number of niches. Maybe you can even create your own. I mean, I'm just talking. Oh man, I hadn't had a high in a long time. iPods, they still work well. Yes, they do. I still have an iPod, like, not the classic, but one from like 2006 or something like that. The battery doesn't hold any charge anymore, but it's still there. It's the one with the spinning hard drive inside. No, I do have Spotify, and I have, you know, certain apps to stream music, and of course now I'm spoiled because I have that Starlink in motion dish that in Alaska it proved priceless. I've since, you know, paused the service because, but yeah. But at one point, especially when I first got the Colorado back in 2018, for a while, SiriusXM really elevated my quality of life while driving. So at the time, it was good. Robert, have you seen that some of your Florida flamingos have been spotted in Cincotig, Virginia? Apparently, Hurricane Idalia drove them, of course. Really? Hadn't heard that. Had not heard that. Alaska is going to have to add the gas stations and gray Blackwater dump stations if they want more RVers to visit. Funny thing, in most of Alaska, even on the Alaska Highway and on the most remote, there's a cluster of things, right? It's like where there's a gas station, there's usually a small hotel, an RV park, a restaurant, convenience store, maybe even a little supermarket. It's like a cluster of things. And dump stations, all the services together. But once you get as remote as the Dalton Highway, it's and this thing keeps vibrating. Oh, there's by the way, if anybody wants to go to Bahia, Honda Site 51 just opened up. Pete Diaz, have you ever tried El Siboney restaurant in Key West? Best Cuban food ever. I didn't think it was all that great, to be honest about it. It was good, but it wasn't great, and all the employees looked miserable in that place. It's like they didn't seem happy. They have cameras everywhere. Like it wasn't like a relaxed atmosphere whatsoever. The food was decent. Not the best Cuban I've had, but then again, I'm in Miami, so we're kind of spoiled when it comes to Cuban music. So, Cuban food. But yeah, no, I wasn't impressed. That's my personal opinion. Yeah. Supposed to be nice weather in South Florida this weekend. It may be time to recoat the RV roof. Yeah, it's gonna be sunny. It's gonna be hot in the afternoon, but the young RVers are here, whom we met in person at the M24. So we did Jim Foster and the RV DJ and many other people. If you have a USB connection, it'll power your player. Well, the original iPod, if you recall, was Firewire, but no, the one that I have still had the 16-pin connector. So, hi Robert, which GPS do you use? Thanks, DG from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Since and I probably shouldn't, but it's the most convenient one. Convenient ones. Since I'm small enough that I could, if I figure if the UPS truck can go through, or the Amazon van, I can go through too. So I just use Google Maps. And I just look at the signs. The other day in Ohio, what places I was gonna, was it Ohio or Indiana? I was gonna make a left turn, and I see a big sign, a low clearance 9-6, and I'm like, oh crap, and I had to do one of this. But I just look at the signs, and otherwise we're small and nimble enough that we could almost go anywhere. So. Looks like High Ally is the official traveling Robert IPA of Miami. Cheers. Yeah, High Ally it's gone. I'm out of beer. And Red Jaguar and Camaro Man. Robert, is Starlink worth the investment versus regular internet? All internet company prices have gone up. I wouldn't have it as my only internet source, and I know it is expensive. But if you must have, let's put it there, if you must have internet, if it's like mission critical, crucial, yeah, I would have it. I would get it, and then get a good unlimited plan, probably from one of the resellers. Christopher Olson, thank you all, and good night from Sweden. Good night. Excuse me. Good night, Christopher. See you next week. Mr. Roboto, domo arigato. Many Maverick gas stations in Utah really cater to RVers, 380 locations across 12 western states. That's good to know. Bob Leach, so you're staying in Florida this winter. Will there be a gathering of the Peliheads somewhere in the Sunshine State with IPA? I really hope so. We haven't planned anything yet, but I've always wanted to do like a South Florida meetup, maybe a little farther north, like in Fort Lauderdale. So it's like the whole metropolitan area can kind of get together. We'll see. Is it possible to exclude interstate on Google Maps routes? Yeah, just go avoid highways. You can do avoid highways, avoid tolls, avoid ferries, and yeah. Paul Car Guy, hi Robert, how's the Starship doing? How many miles are you up to? Almost 50, almost 50,000. A little more than a year. I know. I have to slow down. Cami Hogan, happy trails. We're off to the south from Minnesota. Getting cold already. Well, head south. What has been the steepest grade you have ever pulled your RV? We bought a 2500 Ram diesel to pull the 28 AS and we are ready to roll. I don't know, it may have been on the Dalton Highway in Alaska. Which, there's no way to know because they don't announce grades on the Dalton Highway in Alaska. It's like, there's a hill coming, we hope you know how to drive. That's pretty much their attitude. So, but there were, Red Jaguar, have you visited any more Buc-ee's lately? We just stopped at the one in Sevierville, there in Sevierville, Tennessee, just about less than a week ago. By the way, I've noticed there's a big difference between the original Buc-ee's, the ones in Texas, which they're like, yeah, we're just a gas station who happens to have like great brisket and this and that. And all these other Buc-ee's that they have opened like at key locations like St. Augustine. The worst was Calhoun, Georgia, but like Sevierville, there in Tennessee, like they have become like destination Buc-ee's, like tourist attractions. They're always full, they're always swamped with people, it's hard to find parking. And then the people, which apparently Buc-ee's encourages this, they put gas and they leave the car parked at the pump and they go inside to go shopping. So all the pumps are full of parked cars. And when you're an RV and you're like, I don't know, I mean, the prices are great. I mean, the Buc-ee's in Sevierville was like under $3. It was like crazy for this day and age, but still. Tap channel in Chicago is 48 Fahrenheit now, while yesterday was in the 80s. Today is the first day of the autumn season. Congrats. It'll be snowing soon. Hi, is extremely intoxicating. Maybe I have an empty stomach now. I'm fine. Hello, Taylor Carmouche. Hello, Robert. How is Minitini 1 holding up at Pelicamp? Do you plan on traveling and camping in it in the coming year? At some point, what I want to do with Minitini 1 is upgrade the electrical systems. Put some lithium batteries in there, an inverter, transfer switch, and we're gonna take it to Mexico. That's the plan for Minitini 1. I mean, it looks good. It looks good. It hasn't been driven in like 2 years. It has a brand new roof. I mean, it should be roadworthy. We just gotta give it a little bit of TLC, upgrade the electrical systems, and at some point, maybe not this winter, but the following winter or sometime, we're gonna take it to Baja. That's the plan. And with that, we're gonna start wrapping it up here from the Flagami studio. And I'm glad you're all having a great time on this Friday. Do you know how to speak cartel? You mean by because of Mexico? Bob, Baja is like, that's like the touristy part of Mexico. There's very, I follow Paul and Lorena who bought a property down there. It's, it's like everywhere, You can go to Chicago and certain areas you may not want to stop by, but certain areas of Chicago are beautiful. Same with Miami, by the way. Every city and every part of the world, every country will have good parts and bad parts, and Baja seems to be pretty safe as far as I know. Great info on Buc-ee's. I was planning on making it a must-see on my stay in Pigeon Forge. Yeah, go, by all means, go see it, get some beaver nuggets, have some brisket or pulled pork or whatever you like. And yeah, Buc-ee's should be experienced once. But now that I've been to as many Buc-ee's as I have, if I can save myself and just go to like Baytown near Houston, or one of the original classic Buc-ee's, I think it's a better experience, especially if you don't like super crowded places. And with that, I love Buc-ee's. Don't get me wrong. Are you traveling in the winter months to anywhere? We're gonna be in Florida, where winter is like summer in Minnesota. Enjoy your weekend, everyone. Brody, and stay safe. And there's it for coming next year. Oh, Seth, I hadn't seen you. Hey, Seth. Hi, Seth. Love Okeechobee. I love Okeechobee too. How's Dahlonega going on up there? Yes, you just know where to go. Stay safe. Yeah. Everybody have a great weekend and stay safe, healthy and prosper. And Tap Channel just came back from Puerto Rico. Man, I want to go to Puerto Rico. It's hard to imagine that Haiti is the next door. Yeah, it's right there across the strait there. Is the mini tinny from the Alaska trip 100% clean? Oh, no way. I still have dirt from Alaska. And it's gonna have, I have to get me like a good detailing guy, because some of that dirt is stuck to the silicone seals. Unless we reseal the whole trailer, that dirt is going to be there forever. Anyway, I've said enough. Thank you, everybody. Seth is from writing. Love stations are really nice. Yes, they are. And some of them have RV parks now. And if you get the app, they give you 10% off on gasoline. Whoa. It's been a while since I played the guitar. How is Pelicamp doing? It's the same as I left it. I'm going to go early next month with a big chainsaw and maybe a couple of friends, and we're going to start chopping trees. Everybody, I'll see you next week. Same time, same place, same YouTube channel, from the Flagami studio. I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, because I'm free in my RV. Yeah, I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, because I'm free in my RV. Good night, everybody. Have a great week and have a great Friday. And see you next week. Bye.